What is going on, people? We are back. Um, if you listened to the last episode, episode 7, Walk the Line, the story of Joaquin Phoenix and Johnny Cash, um, I talked a little bit about doing mini episodes, in the middle of the week every once in a while. Um, and I really haven't had shit going on, so I was like, let's do it. Let's do one today, this Wednesday. Um, Also, when I opened up my Spotify, uh, I don't check the analytics, obviously, because like no one that would be psychotic to be 7 episodes into a podcast and not like promote it at all and like be checking the analytics and like how many people are listening. Like I don't really care, but I did notice we got a follower. One of the follower, well, technically we have 2 followers, but one of them is me. So there's really only one follower, but you know what I mean? It's growing, dude. We're here. No, that was a joke. But whoever did follow me, maybe it was probably a bot. I'm probably gonna get like a DM from a sex bot. Um, which I mean, that's life, dude. Who hasn't lost a couple grand to a sex bot on Instagram before? Um, but no, that's pretty cool. So I'll count this. This is gonna be our 2 follower special, or first follower, really special. The Mini-Sode. Um, yeah. Things that are going on in my life. It's pretty exciting, you know. There's a bunch of mosquitoes trapped between the screen part of my window and the glass part of my window, and I've just been torturing them, dude. Dude. I just hate mosquitoes so much. I could fully open the window and release them into the wild, but no. I'm making those motherfuckers starve to death for what they did to me. For what they did to humanity, really. If you want to call me crazy, mosquitoes have killed more people than anyone else. So, I'm fucking doing us a favor, alright? I'd kill all the mosquitoes if I could. It's like that movie Starship Troopers. They're like, oh, that's fascism, and they went to kill those bugs on that other planet. No, dude. Fuck those guys. Kill them all. Bugs? Like, could you imagine if the movie Avatar, instead of like hot blue chicks, it was bugs? It'd be complete. No one. That dude would not have had a second thought about killing all of them. Those bugs fucking suck. Um, yeah. So, you might be asking yourself, why is he rambling so much? I mean, I guess last episode was a lot of rambling to start. Um, I'm just this these mini episodes are really just rambling to ramble. We still have a topic, but it's kind of just like this one's like half a page of bullet points. Um, yeah, and so it's just kind of me trying to get better at talking. That if that was a sentence, like I said, we're not there. We're gonna have the regular episode this week. This week, I don't want to spoil it, but we're gonna be talking about Rome, so it's gonna be a pretty exciting one. Um, it's another week where I bit off a bit more than I could chew. I'm trying to find the sweet spot right now of like some of the episodes are like there's really not a lot there. The other episodes, it's like holy shit, this is way more than I thought it was gonna be. Like Johnny Cash, dude. That guy is Gump. It's crazy how much that guy is Gump. Um, but nah, but yeah, I don't know. You just gotta say but, nah, and yeah, and take a few pauses to collect yourself. I'm telling you, this shit's harder than it seems. But yeah, this is the mini-sode, episode 1. I guess that's what I'm gonna call it, mini-sodes, because it's I don't know, mini pods. Yeah, that just doesn't sound as good. And mini-sode, I'm in Minnesota right now. Um, oh yeah, I guess I do have something. Fucking yesterday, I go to it's like I'm an environmental science or studies major. I don't know. One of those two. I can change it, and it's just like a less math or whatever. That's basically the difference between the two degrees. They're both bachelors of arts, so it's like It's not the end of the world either way. And so I'm in this environmental like policy whatever class, and right now we're just going over like the framework of how people think about environmental policy. And yesterday's class, dude, it was so funny. I was like trying not to laugh the entire time. The whole class was just like, yeah, life sucks for poor people. Like that was the whole thing. He's like, yeah, and so this impacts, marginalized communities. It's like no, dude, you're saying all these fucking fancy ass college words to say that life sucks for poor people. We know everyone knows this. Like I don't know. I don't need an hour long lecture. And the other part of the lecture, which was just as obvious, is people don't care about shit that doesn't affect them. Yeah, dude, that's life. People got other shit to worry about. If it's not in their face, no one cares. And they probably shouldn't, to be honest. It's like, what? I'm gonna care about every little fucking problem in the world? I got shit. I got podcasts to record. Oh, there's a genocide going on. Oh, is there a little genocide? I gotta talk about the Roman Empire. Alright? No. Maybe I should care about these problems because I don't really have anything else to worry about. But I don't know. It was just kind of like funny and dumb. And I also, another time I was sitting in that class and we were talking about ecofeminism, and I just had like this thought in my head. I was like, God damn, the tuition's about to be expensive as fuck when the professor's talking about ecofeminism. Like that's such a dumb liberal arts college thing that they're gonna be charging you out of the ass to teach some fucking rich kids about ecofeminism, including me. I'm not gonna act like I'm not like a very fortunate person. But it is funny just to have an hour long class to be told poor people have shitty lives. Yeah, shit impacts poor people more. Obviously, literally anything negative that ever happens affects poor people more. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm sure. Maybe that wasn't the point of the lecture at all, and I was on my phone half the class. If you were to say that to me, I'd say fuck you. All right. No, I was on my phone half the class, so maybe I did miss the point of it. And also, it's like, who cares, dude? If he wants to talk about how much life sucks for poor, I don't. It doesn't really affect me. It's just funny. It's just funny that people are paying. I'm not paying too terribly much a semester because I get a tuition waiver because I'm a engine. But some people are paying like probably close to 20 grand a fucking semester to be told that. Some people probably more because there's a lot of foreign like kids in that class, like kids who are from other countries who go to school here. You know what I mean? Not, yeah, that's right. I was gonna correct myself. But no, that's right. Okay, we've been rambling for about 8 minutes. Really, I've said nothing. um, but I guess that's kind of what podcasting is. Kind of like what it is. Wow, I'm not just super smart and I like understand things on a deeper level than everyone else. No. All right. Which is kind of, I guess it's a good preamble to this episode. Cloud rap. I've been listening to a lot of this lately. I've always liked it, but I don't know. It's just when the weather gets below, like 70 degrees, I just turn into a depressed little bitch and I'm like, oh, I have to listen to Young Lean and Slick Boy Rari. Oh, my life sucks. No, this is me being a pussy. And also no carbs. I don't know if I said this in the last episode, but I'm not getting enough carbs right now to make my fucking brain work properly. To really feel emotions. I'm not getting enough carbs to do that. Like I'm good in the morning, but by the time afternoon rolls around, I'm just brain dead. So there's that. All right. We're gonna get into this episode. Like I said, it's just bullet points, which is kind of why I rambled for 10 minutes. God damn. My apologies. The point of this was to ramble, but not ramble that much. Anyway. Um yeah. So I guess let's just jump into it. Uh and this is just like a very short overview. So I don't know if you're like a big cloud rap person and you're listening to this. It's just calm the fuck down, you fucking nerd, alright? It's just an overview. Alright, anyway. So it started in Houston, Memphis, and Atlanta. Now I can see Atlanta, But Houston and Memphis, like when I found that out, I was like, those are like some tough ass fucking towns. You know what I mean? Not that Atlanta doesn't have like isn't a tough town, but it's a little more artistic. You know what I mean? No disrespect to Houston or Memphis. You know what I mean? A lot of good shit's come out of there, but um, Atlanta's definitely more like of the rap city of these three. And so, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But Houston and Memphis was just weird. Like, Memphis is like a killer city. So, and Houston is just, you'd think these Texans would shut that shit down immediately. This fucking, like, it's not self deprecating, it's pretty self aware, actually. Yeah, yeah, fucking putting on my nerd glasses for this episode. That's what that sound was, by the way. I know it sounded like a villager, but it was me being a nerd. But yeah, you'd think those Houstonians, I guess, be like, man, get this shit out of here. We're from Texas. I was gonna do a black accent there, but then I was like, a lot of people are gonna be listening to this. I was trying to do a black Houston. You guys, I'm good at my accents, all right. So it's not racist. I'm just good at the accent. All right, but that was a white Texas. I'm just kind of a country in general. But anyway, um, and it can be heard as far back as 2001. Yeah, and I actually got to look up because I was thinking, is this pre or post 9/11? Whenever I see 2001, I'm immediately, yeah, I'm immediately wondering if it's pre or post 9/11. Um, Goddamn, how much fucking searching do I got to do to find this one out, dude? Just show me. First album. Oh yeah, invented by. Oh my. All right, fuck it. Cloud Dead, Cloud Dead. May 1st, free 9/11. You can kind of hear it in the music and the style, you know what I mean? I totally knew that. The hopeful style of it. No. But yeah, so it's a pre 9/11 thing. It's crazy. I thought it would have been post 9/11 when everyone thought they were going to die in a nuclear war or whatever. You know, they're like, fuck it, we'll just make whatever type of music we can. Who cares? All right. Goddamn. I might be better at rambling without the notes. With the notes, dude, I'm talking about 9/11. I'm doing black accents. It's not good. It's not gonna end well. Um. Anyway, Lil B, bass god, he coined the term um cloud rap. I think in 2009 in an interview. Um. Yeah, dude. Lil B. If you don't know, give him a listen. Birth of Rap and I'm God. I think those are probably his two most popular, and they're probably his two best. You probably heard the beats from one of them or both of them before. Um, they're both like have like this angelic like vocal thing that's like on a loop and like not playing backwards, but it's on a loop and it's like kind of unintelligible sometimes. Sometimes it is intelligible, but yeah. So he's definitely not the most famous. The most famous rapper, cloud rap person is probably Young Lean. I haven't listened to any of his new stuff, but Young Lean's new stuff, but I think it's kind of gotten away from that a little maybe, which is fine because if you don't know, that dude had like a fucking manic breakdown at some point. So if it's like if to stay away from that, he's got to change the music style. Understandable. Um, but anyway, so Lil B coined the term, uh, and Lil B was kind of like he was he's kind of the one that perfected this shit. This shit, you know what I mean? But no, I think Lil B is probably the guy when it comes to this. Um, yeah. Anyway, the music is also called Trill Wave, which I just wrote that down because I thought it was funny. Which is kind of, I think it might be a better name for it than Cloud Rap because Trill Wave is a little more like, I don't know, it's a little more like traditionally hip hop. See, when a white guy's talking about hip hop, we're getting into some dangerous territory. You know what I mean? in multiple ways. In the way of it being just nerdy and dorky as shit. Um, and also in the way of maybe say it's something a little offensive. But hey guys, I don't think so. I don't to me, I know it's not offensive, but I feel like you say the word black and people get like pissed off about it. Fuck, dude, I'm turning into Fox News over here. No, I'm just saying, I might say something that sounds, God damn it. Now I'm trying to explain myself. I'm not, I don't want to get political about anything, alright? It's all jokes. Okay. But I was saying Trill Wave. I think I like that name kind of encapsulates how it like uses like traditional elements from hip hop and rap, but in like a little more of a like a hyperbolized way, and it's kind of aware of that hyperbolization, if that if that makes sense. And it's kind of like aware of like how all like rappers and like artists and stuff are publicly at least hyperbolized versions of themselves, if that makes any sense. So that's why I think the name Trill Wave is maybe if you know about cloud rap and all its elements and stuff, is maybe a more is maybe a better name, not more accurate. I don't know, but anyway, because I think trill isn't that like a rap word? Yeah, I'm sounding like an idiot. Isn't that one of those hip hop words those people are always saying? No, I think that is like a common thing used in rap. Yeah, I'm turning into Fox News over here. No, all right. Anyway, it's like I was saying, it's like somewhat self-aware, but it's not like a full parody. It's like I was thinking about this when I was brushing my teeth last night after I wrote these notes, and I was like, do you ever get mad and you realize you're mad and you shouldn't be mad, but you're still mad? I just said mad a lot, and I don't think that sentence made sense, but it's like you do something. You know it's like kind of corny or um dumb or like it's not like it could be viewed in a way that's like doesn't put you in the best light, not even as like a bad person, but just as like, oh, that guy's corny or whatever. Like I'm using that because I feel like that's kind of what they do. Or it's like, oh, this guy's clearly like playing a character in his music or whatever. I'm just using cloud rap as an example of this, but you still do it anyway because you like doing it. You know, that's kind of how I viewed this, or I viewed like how they put it. Like it's not parody, it's not like a full satire, but it's like it's self-aware of what it is, which I think that's why I like it so much. I'm because like that's kind of how I am. Like I know I'm like kind of annoying and like make dumb jokes, but I don't know. I like doing that. Who gives a shit? I also know that I turn into Fox News when I talk about rap, which is so that's the funniest possible outcome to be like, yeah, you know, I'm just like an objective observer, an educator. I just want to teach people about the things I'm passionate about. And then I'm talking, oh, what? Guys aren't allowed to say words anymore? I'm not allowed to talk about, you know what I mean? Which, by the way, those were all jokes. I don't want anyone to think that I was seriously, like, I'm not allowed to call black people black. That was hyperbolization. Like I said, that's kind of why I like this music. Or maybe I think that's why I like it. It also just sounds sick. So, I mean, there's that. That's kind of my main reason for liking music. I don't, some people listen to music and it gets them pumped up. I don't know, maybe. But for me, I just like, if it sounds cool, I like it. Um, but anyway, we're going to talk about a little bit about the music itself. So it's kind of dreamy and ethereal with, yeah, beats with distorted vocals. Like I said, listen to Birth of Rap by Lil B. Um, and fuck, that's probably not the most famous song. The most famous cloud rap song is probably what is it? Ginseng Strip 2002. And when I was watching that Young Lean documentary, I, and they were talking about how much them and like that group like talks about Arizona iced tea or whatever, I like finally put together ginseng. If you don't know, the Arizona green tea, like the regular can with like the Japanese flowers on it or whatever. Japanese. I'm turning into a Minnesotan more by every day. Damn, dude, I just had like I had a stroke. Anyway, the can, the green Arizona can, if you look at it, it's Arizona green tea with jasmine and honey, or with ginseng and honey, or something like that. I think it's ginseng. Fuck, it might be jasmine. I might have had a dumb thought, like I always do, like I've had 20 times on this episode so far. But anyway, and I think that's and my friend Jameson, um, used to we used to go to like this Boy Scout camp. And yeah, it is ginseng. And he just like say that in like a fucking like a southern accent, and it was funny for whatever reason because we were 12 and retarded. That's why it was funny. And he'd go Arizona ginseng with green tea or Arizona green tea with ginseng and honey, and he just like say it soup, and I don't know. It was funny. All right, Jameson, if you're listening to this somehow, that would be fucking insane. But yeah, shout out. Um, anyway. And so I like put that together in my head. I was like, oh, it's about, or like the name comes from, at least in part, probably Arizona. Um, but yeah. Anyway, the vocals. They sample pretty much exclusively. I've never heard a male artist be sampled for this, and it's just because it needs to sound like angelic. Like that's part of the like why it's called cloud rap, is because like you think like angelic, you think clouds. I don't know why my nose is running so much. Maybe it's because, yeah, I don't know. I haven't been awake for too long, so maybe that's why. Maybe, and I did sleep with a fan on me last night and the window open, so my nose is probably not doing great. But yeah, that's why it's called cloud rap, or that's part of the reason why it is. Um, and like I said, it's like looped. It's like looped, distorted, angelic vocals. I like it. It's kind of like synthy, I guess. I don't know. When I wrote that down, I was just thinking about how much I like synth music. Like the Blade Runner movies and also Apocalypse Now. I really like the soundtracks of those two movies. And if you listen to those two movies, if you listen to the soundtracks, like the synth soundtracks, they do sound otherworldly, which yeah, it really like adds to the atmosphere of those movies, I think. And I think that's kind of also why I like synthy type music, like that type of synth, because it's like otherworldly and stuff. And it's not quite creepy. It's just you can't put your finger on it, and I don't know. I like that. But the themes of the lyrics center around oneself and one's feelings. Yeah, and like I said, it's kind of like making fun of like, or not making fun, but it's like aware of how every rapper is like a character of themselves, or maybe not even a character of themselves. They're just playing a character, full stop. And so a lot of the lyrics are kind of like aware of that, but also some of them not so much. But it is focused mostly around yourself, which I mean most rap is, but it's not. You're not gonna hear anyone dissing the ops over a choral beat. You know what I mean? Like some lady singing in a foreign language and some guy is dissing his ops. No, they're gonna be talking about other shit. But and it embraces internet culture, and you can like really listen to anyone that does cloud rap, like Young Lean with the Arizona iced tea and the fucking Gatorade and all that shit. I guess it's not internet culture much as it is he wouldn't know about it with the internet because he's from fucking Sweden. Uh, so yeah, and also like Lil B, bass guy. He also made Swag Like Ohio, which by the way came out in 2011. So he didn't hop on like the Ohio fucking bandwagon. But anyway, yeah, it embraces internet culture, and that's probably one of the reasons why it got so popular. It didn't view itself as like some insane like art form. It's not like some esoteric thing. Like anyone can listen to it, and like enjoy it and stuff. And that's also partially because it's independently released for the most part. I mean, I feel like now it's probably under a lot of labels, but I know about labels and shit, dude. I just did an episode about Johnny Cash. But yeah. And I think that's why it's like so accessible to so many people. It's because it was independently released at first. And it probably felt like you were part of a movement, you know what I mean? If you just like randomly find some rapper online, it's probably incentivizes people to listen to it more as opposed to like having something shoved down your throat. Pause. No Diddy. But yeah. The lyrics are somewhat monotone and they're not like super flowy. Like Ginseng Street 2002. Listen to it and it's kind of like it's not choppy, but it's not super flowy either. And there's like no like emotional expression. And that's like part of like what makes it cloud rap is the lack of emotion in it. Which I don't know. I don't know what that has to do with clouds. I'm trying to think, trying to make the connection in my mind. But yeah, that's all I have as far as notes go, which is why I just paused for 30 seconds. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything I can say about it. Lil B, Slick Boy Rari. Listen to 2 Milli by Soulja Boy. That is maybe like that's maybe taking it into like a little more parody territory, but it's still really good. And I think the beat from that is the same as the beat from it's one of the Lil B songs. It's one of Lil B's 2 most famous songs. But yeah, that's enough with or that's all I have for notes. This episode was only supposed to be around 20 minutes and we're at 27. I'm trying to think of anything else I have to say. I really have nothing. I have nothing. No. Yeah. I'm kind of I don't know. I just like ran out of energy. If you guys couldn't tell. Or mental energy. Or like things to say, I don't know. But yeah. I've just been chilling, doing nothing. Um we're gonna have the regular episode. It'll be released on Sunday. It'll probably be recorded tomorrow or Friday. Probably tomorrow. Because I don't have class. Yeah, dude. My professor for the class I was talking about with the ecofeminism and all that bullshit, he's canceled like we're gonna have 3 full weeks of canceled classes. And it's a Tuesday and Thursday class. So I have this Thursday off. Then I have next Tuesday and next Thursday off. We just had 3 classes. And before that we had a week and a half off. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying we ain't learning shit. We're learning that being poor. That's probably why we're talking about how being poor sucks. You know what I mean? We got to start from the fucking base level of everything every week. But god damn it, if you guys can't tell, I just ran out of energy. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm hungry as shit. That's probably what I did. My stomach, it needs that cafeteria food, dude. It needs a salami and ham sandwich with mustard on it right now, and a slice of pepperoni pizza, dude, and a glass of chocolate milk. That's what my body needs. But it's not that time yet. Actually, it's time to shower. It's time to wash my putrid, sweaty nuts in the fucking shower. Um, but yeah, I think we'll end on the putrid, sweaty nuts note. And I'll be back on Sunday. We'll probably do a mini episode next week. It'll be a rush, and it might come out on Thursday, because I don't know if I'll have time. I might just write down all the notes on my phone for the mini episode next week, because this isn't. I'm not gonna put the notes on Instagram. But yeah, I think that's enough for this episode. I'll see you guys on Sunday, hopefully. Shout out 1 subscriber special.